Hello, everybody. Good morning. It's Joe, Filipino Joe. Um, First of all, I'm sorry about my voice. I still got a chest cold. I'm trying to get rid of it. So if I sound different, it's because I got a chest cold. Today, I want to do a video on my financial story on how I retired and got to the Philippines. It was a struggle. Actually, I'll give you some history. My story started back in 2000. That's when I met my wife online, and that's when I recently was divorced for about 6 months, and I was paying, God, over $1,000 a month in child support back then, which back in 2000, that was a lot of money. And I had a mortgage, I had the house, I got the house in the divorce settlement, and I also had a car payment. So I had a lot of bills, and I was struggling big time. I can remember writing checks. Typically back then it would take 2 days for a check to clear. Okay, so I'd be writing checks on Wednesday to get me through to Friday when I got paid again, so I could start the cycle all over again. I mean, I was just struggling to get food. I actually had a car repossessed because it was either lose the house or lose the car. So I said, you know what? I can get a cheap car, take the car. So that, that's part of the story. And it really didn't change until I got my wife over in the US in 2003. I was treading water for those 2 years until she came over. At that point in time, she started working, and then I was starting to get, some breathing room. And so we were able to, not live paycheck to paycheck as much. So then we had our son. He was born in 2006. We were okay. I mean, we had bills. Don't get me wrong. We had bills, but it was at that point in time when he was born that I told her, when he graduates high school, we're moving to the Philippines. That's my promise to you. Because she spent, at that point, she was there for 3 years, but she spent a total of 21 years in America, away from her family. So I promised her at that point in time that's what we would do. So let's fast forward up to 2014. That was 10 years prior to us moving here for good. That's when I made the decision that if I'm going to live up to my word and actually move to the Philippines full time, financially, I got a lot of work to do. So in 2014, I decided, okay, that's it. I got to start tackling debt. At that point in time, I had the mortgage, obviously. I had 2 car payments, and I had a couple personal loans and a credit card. So I'm like, okay, we need to start tackling this now. So what I did was I took one personal loan, I started going after that, giving an extra, $50, $75 a month, whatever I could afford at the time. And then we nailed it. We got rid of that personal loan. So that left us with the credit card, one personal loan. We had 2 car payments and the mortgage. So then we went after the other personal loan, got rid of that. And we tackled the credit card, got rid of that. So that left us with the 2 car payments and the mortgage. And so we were really starting to get some breathing room. And one thing to remember is I told my wife and my boy at the time, I said, we're all working hard to do this, and make sure you reward yourself. Our reward was every Friday night as a family, we would go out to dinner. That was our reward for working so hard to, take care of the bills and things like that. And we did. Treat yourself, okay? Don't let your money hold you hostage. You hold your money hostage. That's something I learned a long time ago, and when I figured that part out, boy, my life really did change. So the next thing was we were going to tackle the car payments. I was the kind of guy that every 3 years I had to have a new car. I was trying to keep up with the Joneses, and guess what? Joneses are always broke, and I was one of them. So at that point in time, I said, I'm never going to buy another new car again. It's a waste of money. So I tackled the payments we had. We were able to pay off a car, and then we got the other one eventually. I think it was like 2022 is when I got rid of my second car payment. But I made the commitment that I would never buy new, I would buy used. The car is the worst investment you can make, it really is. The minute you drive it off the lot, you're gonna lose 10 grand right off the bat in depreciation. So don't buy new. Really, you don't really need to. You can if you want, it's your money, do what you want. But I finally realized it was stupid. And I saved a lot of money by doing that. We bought cars, but they were good used cars. You know, something with 20,000 miles on it, right off the lot. So then, yeah, we were able to pick off the car payment. And then in 2022, all I had was the mortgage and one car payment. So we worked really hard on the one car payment, and then we got rid of it. So that freed me up, guys. It really did. It gave me a lot of extra money. I was starting to save money. I didn't have any credit cards. We had one credit card, and we only used it for paying. It was a rewards card, so we used it to pay like for groceries and things like that, but we would pay it right off. The end of the month came, boom, we paid it off full, so we didn't have a balance on it. So you got to do a credit card. I would do that. Use a rewards card. You know, try to get something back, because the interest rates are like 18-20%. So don't run a balance. I mean, on $1,000, you're paying $180 to $200 in interest. It's absolutely insane. But it's easy to fall into the let's go shopping trap and drop $500-600 on stuff you probably don't need. You know, don't buy things unless you absolutely need it. And it doesn't have to be the best of everything. You know, nobody cares. I notice that in the Philippines. Nobody cares what you have, what you drive, they don't care. And God bless them, it's good. I'm glad to see that. Because in America, it's all about what you have and who you are. So don't fall into that trap, okay? Get what you want. If you can afford to buy it, buy it. In my opinion, pay cash. If you can't pay cash, you probably don't need it. So then, bringing us up to retiring here, I was able to sell my house. That was the only bill we had left. I was able to sell my house. I sent my wife over here in the Philippines in June of 2023. I sent her over on her own to find a home, something to live in. It was either a home or some land. And then the home we have here came along, and she offered him like $4 million less than he wanted for an asking price. And the guy just laughed at her. He said, no, that's ridiculous. I'm not taking that offer, blah, blah, blah. My wife said, well, that's my budget. I have cash, that's my budget. If you want to take it, I'll go to the bank, get you the cash, we'll close it right out. He said, no, I can't do it. Well, apparently that night he went home, probably called his wife. She was in Norway, and told her about it. And the wife says, call her up, take the deal. We need to get rid of the house. So we came out of this deal really good. We got about probably $6 million in equity already in this place. So we come out of it really good. And I sent my wife for a reason. I knew if I went over there's no way the price is coming down. Oh, he's a foreigner, he's got money, this and that. It's how it is. It's called the skin tax. You can watch one of my previous videos on it. So I sent her over. She called me right up. She says, here's the deal, what do you think? I said, get to the bank right now, get the lawyer, and close this thing out. Well, within 2 days, we had the house already paid for. We didn't have a mortgage on it, and so we had a place to live. And so we didn't move here until, a year and 2 months later. So we had her niece and her husband stay here for us to take care of the home while we weren't here. So my dream completely worked out, but it started 10 years ago. Well, now it would be 11 years ago. I identified what I wanted to do. I figured out a plan on how to do it, and I executed it. Don't get discouraged. It doesn't matter how much debt you got. Don't get discouraged. Get a plan. Pick off the small ones first, and then just keep going. It will snowball, trust me. And before you know it, you're going to be like, wow, I can breathe again. So I wanted to show you this video for the simple reason that you can do it. If you put your mind to something, You can do it. And trust me, the results will make you smile every day. So please, if you haven't subscribed, do. And thank you for everybody that has subscribed. I'm getting a lot of comments, and I really appreciate all your support. It means a lot to me. I'm just trying to share my experience and some of the things I did to get here. So everybody, keep your chin up, get a plan, execute the plan, and let me know about your story. Let me know what kind of a plan you have, and if you need any help on advice or anything, I'm willing to help you out with that too. So with that being said, I'm going in and have a coffee and a bagel. But thanks for watching. I appreciate everybody that watches. And leave a comment. I'll get back to you. And you guys, y'all have a great day. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.